Hello and welcome everyone to this Warcraft replay. This is going to be a best of 3 here from the Faith Cup, number 2 that was played around December of 2016. Yep, we're still in Group 1. I did have to take a week-ish break, mainly due to the fact that I just had my wisdom teeth extracted, all 4 of them, and it took a couple of days to yeah, be able to actually just move my mouth freely. It's not fully healed, but it is to the point where I can pretty much speak normally. So yeah, we'll go back to it. Not many new replays I have noticed from the Chinese source that I usually go to. The what is it? The Nice Game TV's 4-man tournament thingy did happen, and that's pretty much it. And I'm not going to cast that because Back to Warcraft already covered it. They covered a lot, in fact. All the games were, I think, best of 7, which is crazy. If not best of 7, the semifinals is at least best of 5. And yeah, props to mainly Neo. I think, yeah, I think Neo pretty much casted like all the games. That's yeah, that that takes a lot of time, and it is not easy casting for that long without run out of things to talk about. Anyway, back to this. I didn't even put the overlay on. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just too not used to this these days. But EleGaNt's winning it as the yellow Night Elf player in the top right. He'll be facing off against the WFZ. Yep, it is another Night Elf versus Undead matchup. That is pretty much the story of Group A. With 3 Night Elves and 1 Undead, you're not gonna get any other race matchups unless, oh, I don't know, someone acts like Though, plays off races and all that in competitive play. But as far as I know, not many players go off race, and yikes, that is not what EleGaNt wanted to happen. But thankfully the AI, I guess, ran out of aggro. Don't know what happened there. I don't even think a ghoul was responsible for dragging the mercenary camp. I believe it was just the wisp, and with the wisp moving upwards, they kind of on their way back to the mercenary camp found an Ancient of War. Dark Ranger start for EleGaNt. I have not seen EleGaNt use the Dark Ranger in, as far as I can remember. That's usually something that Shishi pulls out, to my dismay as well. I generally shake my head against this Dark Ranger start from a Night Elf player. I mean, I probably should have seen it on the walls there, because the forward moonwells usually indicates a Tavern Hero, and yeah, okay, it's gonna be a Dark Ranger first. It is gonna be a little potent against, or at least a little meaningful against a Undead matchup, because his skeletons at least, will not be able to be death coiled, as it seems like WFZ is going to start death coil this time around, as he is facing a Dark Ranger. Will be able to keep his ghouls as high health as possible, prevent any further skeletons from actually adding into the Night Elf player's army there, and the Death Knight is going to take a huge amount of damage on the way home. Dark Ranger is very close to level 2. She did pick up a lot of creep back at the mercenary, as well as I think maybe a ghoul. I don't know, but oh yeah, she also did this camp. How could I forget? WFZ is actually going to stick around. This is kind of risky here, since Undead usually can't regen well out of Blight, and Death Knight doesn't have the Unholy Aura to rely on that increased health regen. Graveyard here, as well as the tier 2. So, nice Death Coil steal there from the Death Knight, able to pick up, yeah, Kobold right under EleGaNt's nose. It's not like EleGaNt can actually do anything about that. He doesn't have any sort of bursty spells aside from his black arrows here, and he does have level 2 finally, so silence is a possibility. The third ability, which is Drain Life, I think is never used in competitive, at least these recent years. Hell, even Dark Ranger is a sight for sore eyes because we have not seen her in a very long time, at least. I mean, this game's like a month or two old, and yeah, I doubt we would have seen her any recent. So yeah, a little weird. Death Knight 4 is going for the Ogre Warrior camp to get level 2. He will be able to snatch that item right off of EleGaNt's own side. WFZ is pretty much uncontested. He's gonna go tier 3, and I mean, yeah, it's like very good for himself. Getting the Lich as well. Probably see a Naga Sea Witch second. It's kind of tough because usually these Dark Ranger games don't last that long. I believe out of like 8 Dark Ranger games I've casted in over these years, I think I only seen one actually win a game, and yeah, I don't think that was an undead matchup, so I'm curious to see how this will turn out to be. EleGaNt is actually going tier 2, he's just about to finish, and his Hunter Soul will be finished as well, so that will indicate double Ancient Wars will be coming in for EleGaNt. Level 3 on the Dark Ranger, so level 2 Black Arrow should be in play. As you can see there, the full Dark Minion. It is not the greater Dark Minion, but it is kind of big. Bigger than usual, I guess. It is, I think, stronger than the skeletons you get from the Rod of Necromancy, so that is pretty good. 180 health and 14 to 15 attack. I need to see a real skeleton. Of course, the Black Arrow skeletons at level 1 do have more health, but kind of deal less damage. We need to see a real skeleton here. There we go, real skeleton. So it does deal a little bit more damage, but the more important thing is it has a 100 more health than the normal skeleton minion, so that's like pretty good. 1 or 2 attacks from a Crypt Fiend. Yeah, nothing to laugh at. And the greater skeletons have even more health and slightly more damage as well. So we'll see if the Dark Ranger ever gets to level 5 or not, but who knows. This game might go either way here. I mean, tier 3 nearly done for WFZ. This is gonna be rough. We have plenty of skeletons rushing, most likely the Acolytes, but will they be able to get anything done? Do they deal enough damage? Is that the question? One Acolyte is forced to run away, but with the Black Citadel done, oh, it's actually making replacements as well. So, Statue is going to keep them healthy. Panda out for the second hero of EleGaNt. This will deal nicely with the Crypt Fiends and Ghouls, and he is already level 2, so the Drunken Fire combo is available. Deathcore to pick up an Archer there, and giving level 2 to the Lich. Level 2 not too meaningful there, as that's pretty much just Dark Ritual, honestly. Kind of like the Panda, the odd numbers is the most important level ups, as that does boost Frost Nova. Double statues. Yeah, now that I think about it, these skeletons will prove to be kind of detrimental for EleGaNt. He needs to finish this as quickly as possible, otherwise, even if you get level 3 skeletons, that is just going to need extra mana for those destroyers. Destroyers are even better in this kind of matchup against the Dark Ranger than ever, because that's just free mana. It means more Orbs of Annihilation, more splash, chaos damage. That's crazy, crazy. I think it's chaos damage. Oh, actually, is it? I'm trying to... I mean, I think I got this wrong last time. I think it's just plus 25 damage. I don't think it is chaos damage, but it's been so long since I actually looked at the actual ability. So anyway, Panda is very close to level 3. Dark Ranger is already at level 4. Still assuming it is the Silence as the second ability there. So we'll have to wait and see. Drunken Fire combo going to happen. Frost Nova onto the Shadow Priest in the back. I don't think a Death Claw was used. I think it's being saved to heal up those units. Crypt Fiend able to be topped off right there. Ogre Mole is actually joining in the fight. And you can see the Destroyer out right now. It is going to absorb some of the health of those skeletons, but able to convert that into mana. Able to deal pretty decent damage, I think. It is focusing on the heroes though, so that's kind of less value on those on that actual man on the destroyer there. Bean getting a long distance heal right there, but it needs to burrow. It cannot live for long, and that is going to be a dark ritual to just deny that crit feed there. Yeah, that was, I wouldn't say too bad for EleGaNt, but that wasn't really good either. At least I really don't know who won that fight. WFZ does seem to have pushed his opponent away, and he's now starting to pressure this expansion, which I guess I just glanced over because I did not acknowledge that existence whatsoever. Dark Ranger is coming out as the third hero, most likely for the silence ability, but you can see the level 2 silence right onto the Lich and Dark Ranger there. Dark Ranger looks to be the main focus. She is rather squishy compared to the other two heroes, but yeah, she is able to be healed up thanks to Death Coil, but to be a little careful there. That is the one Death Coil left for the Death Knight. Like, EleGaNt's getting to a good position to get hits onto the Lich. Dark Ranger's kind of low, and she's gonna be forced to TP back home. That is... Ooh, I don't know if that was a good trade or not, because that does mean he has to wait, heal up again, while his base is gonna get attacked a second time, and it is now starting to be nighttime, so his moon walls are gonna hopefully regen as quickly as possible. So far it just seems to be Hippogriffs and Dryads out for EleGaNt. Bears are not going to provide too much use against like only one Crypt Fiend and plenty of statues and destroyers there. One last breath of fire from the Panda, another silence onto the Death Knight, but it doesn't really matter. The silence was not on the Lich, and that means just a dead level 3 Panda. The Frost Knight able to finish that up. Hippogriff did get webbed and will be finished off. Oh, another Hippogriff actually joins the fray, but it is without support. So when the web is back off of cooldown, it will most likely end up back on the ground. So the expansion does finally fall. A-Bomb is going to come out to wall all of these Dryads most likely, except that A-Bomb doesn't actually have taunt, so yeah, they're just going to ignore the A-Bomb and go right after those Crypt Fiends and the Lich. Most likely, Dark Ranger is going to force it back as she is pretty low health. Dryads are slowly fixating on those statues. In fact, the statue is not going to transform at all, and that is going to be 1 out of 2 statues already killed off.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alright, back over here. Statue is going to be replaced. But yeah, I'm surprised still not that many statues out for WFZ. More statues mean just more destroyers available. But I guess against old Dryad comp, maybe something else is just wiser, or Crypt Fiends maybe. But that just makes EleGaNt just want to train up bears. It's kind of catch-22, honestly. Okay, here we go, Frost Nova. I mean, he's committed so much right now. He's got to kill that bear, otherwise he's just wasted 2 spells for nothing. That is going to be a quick kill. Or not quick, but an easy kill onto the bear, and that is going to give a level 1 skeleton, most likely as a mana battery for the Lich, who is very close to level 4 in fact, so that will be, I believe, give a better conversion rate on that Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual comes out once again. They are going to focus that Crypt Fiend as best as possible, but with the Death Coil there to heal it right back up, it's just going to be fruitless. Double A-Bombs hacking away at against those Dryads. No bears to actually contest these abominations either. This is just going to be kind of tough to deal with. Panda's only at level 3. He did die earlier, so he couldn't get any additional levels between that grace period. Dark Ritual once again to deny any experience gain of EleGaNt, and this is looking pretty quick and easy. GG for EleGaNt, and that is going to be game. WFZ, despite being low on the score, that is probably due to the expansion that EleGaNt got. Yeah, he just mopped house. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Add another loss to Dark Ranger start, and I'll see you guys in game 2.